There's an interesting quote from someone named Bob Richards who said, "Ingenuity plus courage plus work equals miracles." And it really is an interesting quote, but it's not a great one. And we can make it a great one. And that's by looking at this word work. And go ahead and admit it, you think so too. Work is a terrible word. It's on my top 10 list of the world's worst words. And the reality is that language learning should never be work. If it is, you're doing something wrong. And not everybody agrees with me. People often say it is hard work. Just face the reality. Get down on your hands and knees and do the work, scrubbing the floor of language learning or digging with the shovel of language learning or whatever sweaty metaphor that you want to come up with back-breaking labor. And I simply don't agree with that. I think that it takes effort. I know it takes effort, but you can change it into play at every step of the game. And how do you do this? Well, first of all, you look at other things that cost effort, and eating chocolate and kissing belong to that, but they're fun and they are play. So what we need to do is take the Bob Richards quote and change it so that it says ingenuity plus courage plus play equals miracles. And now how are we going to do this? How are we going to make language learning playful? Well, one thing is to realize that when you are learning from professional teachers or people who already are fluent in the language, you're doing yourself a disservice because they're going to make you work in ways that are not all that playful. But what you can do is meet with other people learning your language and play together with the language learning. See the language learning as a puzzle that needs to be solved, and then collaboratively come together and quote-unquote work together in order to solve those problems. And as you make steps together, you will reinforce the learning for each other in a playful setting, in a game-like setting that you'll never get on your own. Now, some people have said, well, you don't want to learn with other language learners who have no proficiency yet, because that's just going to make you fall backwards rather than go forwards. But the reality is that it is a form of play, so long as you like those people. And there's different ways to find them. You can find them on Craigslist, you can find them on Facebook groups, you can find them all over the internet. There's different ways of finding people, and you just want to find someone that you can work with either in person or over Skype and explore the language together. Now, you can also find speaking partners who want to spend some time in your language, and they will trade you time in their language. So you can use a service like italki.com, polyglotclub.com, and this is a wonderful, wonderful way to meet other people and work together on playing with the language. So you're playing to work rather than working in order to play some future time. When you are fluent, you're able to do that play now. And so really what I'm talking about is a lot of people like the idea of language learning more than they like the reality, but what we want to do is to love the reality and look forward to it. And so you want to find ways to play.